So there's no football going on, but it doesn't mean we can't keep talking Forest. And I want to know what you guys think about the appeal process, or maybe even the whole thing in general. Are you happy or not with the 4 points? So let's do a call in and get your thoughts. Welcome to the live stream. Afternoon, everybody. Hope you're doing well, and welcome to an unplanned Forest phone in. As always, get those likes up. Hope you're all well, enjoying the weekend of complete and utter boredom without football, man. Without football, things are boring. I don't know how long we'll go on for, maybe like half an hour or something. Let's get into this. Darren, how you doing, buddy? Saying, I wouldn't trust an appeal. Thinking the powers that be would dock us enough points to send us down again, he says. Afternoon, Jay. Afternoon, Craig. Afternoon, Chris. When's the deadline for the appeal? It should be Monday. So there's 7 days allowed until you can appeal. So by Monday, we will definitely know which way it's going to go. Now, as far as I know, Forest are talking to the lawyers, getting the lawyer's opinion. And then off the back of that, they will decide whether or not they're going to appeal. Monday, says Chris. Yeah, you're spot on. The other Chris, a lot of Chris is in today. Definitely not. We've been punished for breaking the rules, however crap they are. Let's take the 4 and concentrate solely on the football. Defo appeal, says Eddie. Afternoon, Jasper. The link to join is pinned in the chat, so get in. I don't think we're gonna go too long today because I'm getting hungry, but let jump in when you're ready. You just need a mic, you don't need a camera. Afternoon, Viking. Afternoon, Rufus. Take the 4 and do our talking on the pitch, he says. At least we can laugh at Leicester now. Well, that Leicester one, it's a weird one. It's a weird one. Afternoon, Stony, Mark, Pam, good to see you. Afternoon, Steve, Mickey as well. Suck it up, concentrate on getting enough points to survive, he says. All right, let's start jumping into the calls. Let's bring on NC. How you doing, NC?
Well, hey, what's up, Wolfie?
I'm good. How are you?
Nice shave. I like it.
Thanks.
So I actually hopped on later than when you said the instructions. What am I supposed to do again? And I'll do a face reveal at the end because the last stream got 100 likes.
Okay. What were your thoughts on the appeal?
Are we appealing?
We don't know yet, but do you want Forest to appeal or not?
No. I think I don't remember the name in the chat, but I think we should just suck it up and let it go. Because it comes down to the player's will. And something really important as fans is we should trust in Nuno, even though if we don't want to trust, the reason we survived was as fans, we trusted Steve Cooper when things were down. So to survive the season, instead of being like Leeds last season saying like we don't trust Jesse Marsh or whatever crap, we should trust Nuno Espirito Santos. And if we go down fighting.
Okay. Do you think though the fans trust Nuno? Because there is a lot of discontent at the moment, isn't there?
The Cooper cult, you mean?
In general, Cooper cult, just Forest fans, I guess.
I trust Nuno especially. I think he's a valiant manager, but I don't think the results show what he's been doing to the club, and I think he's better than Cooper, like 100%. The experience, the tactics, everything. Like if the players show more will, show more, passion, I think we can survive.
Yeah, and so you think don't appeal, just get it done on the pitch. But then what if Forest are 18th by 1 point at the end of the season? Would you not think, man, we should have appealed?
Well, then we blame it on Rob Jones. Remember the Bournemouth game? You said if we go down by 1 point, I will blame it on Rob Jones.
Mm-hmm. And the Liverpool one.
But I'm just not. I don't know about appealing, but wait, when you appeal, I'm new to like this thingy, like the
Yeah.
PSR. When you appeal, if you lose the appeal, do you like lose more points?
You can, but very unlikely. So
No.
if you appeal, most likely they'll just reject your appeal and say no, the punishment was fine, or they'll say you have a case. Let's knock off another point, or they'll say you're way out of line for appealing. The punishment was too
Alright.
soft. We're going to give you an extra points penalty, something like that. But it's very, very unlikely. Very, very unlikely.
Well, in that case, I still think we should suck it up and put it on the pitch and see what we can do.
Okay, fair enough. So, are you doing the face reveal, or are we moving on to our next caller, NC?
I'm doing the face reveal, man.
Go for it. There you go,
I'm
ladies
gonna
and
look
gents
like
in
a
the
monkey.
audience.
Alright, please don't roast me, chat.
Hey, look at that, a proper Forest fan. Like, where's your Forest poster you got behind you there, Taiwo?
Yes, I drew that. He's over here. Yeah, Taiwo.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Look at them. They'll all be nice to you in the chat. They'll all be nice to you in the
we
chat.
love Forest. I love you, Wolfie. I love this channel. I started watching it like last year before Forest survived. So
Good man. Good man. Keep watching. It's a handsome kid there, NC.
Thank you.
Handsome kid.
I
Thanks for jumping on, buddy. And enjoy the rest of your day, yeah?
You too, man.
Cheers, bro. Bye.
Come on.
Oh, I cut him off as he was coming on you Reds. Taiwo being sold. Yeah, we've got a video coming out on that as well. So interesting thoughts there. So a couple of you are saying, can you withdraw the appeal once you've done it? Yeah, you can. You can withdraw the appeal at any time. Let's bring on our next caller. We've got Matty on. Matt, how are you, bud?
I'm not too bad. How are yourself?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. Weekend no football. It's pretty depressing that life feels weird if you have.
Yeah, it's like that
type of football,
knockoff feed where you're just looking out over the ocean, just what to do.
Yeah, I know. It's like I was like, what should we do? Let's just have a call and see what you guys are saying. Yeah. So how are you feeling about the whole? Well, let's start with the 4 points, Matt. How are you feeling about the 4 points coming up? You okay with that?
It's one of those where I think it's kind of fair. I think it is quite a reasonable punishment. I like how they've come up with the statement. Fuck the Premier League trying to get 8, but yeah, the appeal. I think pull it out. Starting point 3 points, fair enough. We got an extra 3 points for how big the breach was. Okay, if that's what it says, but then we got 2 points for back because we was helping so much. So yeah, it's one of those
polite.
So
but
yeah,
would you appeal it though? Would you appeal?
Yes, I think it's a fair punishment, but I would appeal it because, on my understanding, we won't get any more points deducted for appealing. It would only be if the Premier League appealed that they would get more points.
Yeah, that's my feeling on it. However, the panel of reviewers who do get it could then look at it and think, well, hold on, Forest, you got dealt a really soft hand here. So they could be that. But I mean, we spoke to Kieran about it, and he goes, "It's very unlikely."
Yeah, that's what
very unlikely. It would need to be, as you say, the scenario for me that would work would be if the Premier League appealed.
Yeah,
because
that's
they weren't
what
happy.
my understanding. Where it would be, oh, the Premier League's not happy, they'd appeal it, then they'd look at it But yeah, with our appeal, it would be like trying to soften it. We're talking a point, very, very possibly 2, but I don't think any more than that.
But is that big enough? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 1 point now would have us 17th.
Yeah, I definitely appeal it. It's not like we wouldn't appeal it. It would be stupid not to appeal it. Because for a couple of thousand to put the papers in to appeal it, it's a very what would be the word? Very stupid thing not to appeal it. So, but it's the timings again. It was right after the Luton game. It puts a different emphasis on that match. Whereas if we had the appeal on the Friday night when we thought it was going to happen, that game would be a much more of a must-win, where we would go into that game. If we win this, we're above them. But now it was.
Do you think that would have made a difference, Matt? Do you think the players would have played different knowing that?
Well, look at it as when we played Everton. If we remember back in November, we played Everton, and they just had their points deduction. Look at the way they came out against them. They went on a 4-game winning streak,
which we just walked into, and we've
Yeah.
done that a lot this season.
So
annoying.
it's one of those where it's obviously butterfly effect, but yeah, it would be a different emphasis. Whereas we seem to be happy with that point, but realistically looking at it, we needed those other points, the other 2 points, because that would have cleared us from losing.
Is it just an infuriating season? Like, because you look at it and you think, if we'd held out for an extra minute or whatever it was against Luton, we would now be we would have been 6 points clear of them, and now would have been net 2 clear of them.
Yeah, it's been
the Liverpool one, the other ones. It's just, is it getting frustrating for you?
Yeah, well, you're going back to the Man U game. Bad calls there, not getting the points against Luton when we was at home. We was 2 goals up. We went defensive, lost points there. We've gone all season with these silly mistakes.
Yeah.
And it's cost us probably at least 10 points, you would say, over the season of just poor management and poor decision making. And it's just a frustrating. Honestly, it's going to be getting worse next season. Where not just us, other teams, Chelsea, the Aston Villa, Newcastle, all having to sell their homegrown players, not even their stars, their homegrown players, to keep into a PSR rule, which is not very fair, and it's just not about football anymore. It's now looking at who is homegrown, who can we sell for the most amount of profit. It's just puts a much downer on the football as a whole, and it's just very disappointing.
Yeah, it's like the point you raised there. There's talks that Villa might breach, Newcastle might breach, Wolves could be in trouble again, Everton could be in trouble again, Forest could be in trouble again, Leicester look like if they come up, they're going to have points deducted. And a lot of these clubs are going to have to sell before the 30th of June, which asks the question, who's buying?
Obviously it's going to be, well, you say the big 6, but it's going to be the big 5, because Chelsea's one of those. And they're going to have a monopoly of, we can pick and choose of what we want to buy, cut prices because we know they want to sell, and a lot of our talent will go abroad. Which is it's just so disappointing.
And doesn't that weaken the Premier League?
Yeah, we made the Premier League such an amazing league where it's the best league in the world. And we've filtered down into the Championship. Championship is such an exciting league for these players to watch because of the amount of money we've created in the Premier League. And it's just, we've created such a bad situation for not keeping up with inflation. The stupid thing of, we've got rules what are 10 years old in a world which is completely different from 10 years ago, and we're trying to enforce these rules what are so outdated, and it's just it doesn't make sense. And where we got a team getting promoted, where we definitely got promoted way too early for that squad, but it was an amazing season. And then we had a situation where we had so many loan players, and we had such a bad offers to players who got us there, where they just left. So we was at a situation where we needed to buy and then get punished for buying.
It's a vicious circle, isn't it? It really is.
And it's going to be stupid because we're going to be selling until the 30th of June and then buying until the end of the transfer window. Then you're going to be in the same situation where we're going to be selling again and buying, and it's just.
It's going to
we've got to hope some of these players are gems in the mud, like Murillo, and just
Yeah.
not hope that we don't get stuck
But then
with.
we're gonna sell them, Matt. Forest have said, and they said it officially in their statement, that Forest basically buy these players to showcase them. That was the wording Forest used, so that they can then sell them on for more profit. That's not. I get why we do it, but that kind of hurts when you hear that, doesn't it? It's like,
because obviously you want to see a gem come out from. It's the pinnacle, isn't it, to buy someone so low and they're so amazing, but then we're just selling for massive profit. We don't want to be a Brighton.
Yeah,
because that's what they do. They buy such low players and try and get the best. We don't want that Brighton model where in a couple of seasons they're just selling, and they're just going to be in the same situation of boring football, waiting for the next star to sell.
Yeah, it's. You're depressing me, mate. You're depressing me.
Well, I think the positive. I think we'll survive. I think we've got a very good run where we should be. We've left it way too late to get these points, but I believe that we can do it. So that is the positives.
I'll settle for that. Write this season off, survive, and then let's figure it out for next year.
Yeah.
And here's what's funny. Chester Leicester, who's been taking the piss all season long, suddenly comes cap in hand. Look at him. Cap in hand come the Leicester players. And we did say to all the other teams, if you want to laugh, but your team will be next. It's coming.
Well, it could be a Sheffield and just whimper and die at the bottom of the Premier League. So at least we've had a good run at it, a good go, and just not whimpered and died at the bottom of the table.
Yeah. Or as Crypto says, get 115 charges and they'll never prosecute you.
Yeah,
we didn't break enough rules, did we? We didn't break
that's it.
rules.
This season, we'll just buy Mbappe, we'll buy everyone, get so many rules, and then we can have 10 years of success, and then we'll finally get round to it. Oh, no, we'll have to have a couple of points deducted. There you go.
Yeah. Listen, buddy, I got a couple more to get on, but you have depressed me a little. I'm not gonna lie, but you said we'll stay up. I'm happy with that.
We'll stay up. It's not all doom and gloom. We was working on the assumption of 6 points. We've got 4. It's happy times.
Exactly. So we gained 2 points.
We gained 2 points. Yeah.
Cool. All right, but it's good to catch up with you, mate, and good luck getting through the rest of the weekend without any football.
All right, you too.
All right, well, I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye. Always good to catch up with Matt. I'm only joking. He hasn't depressed me at all. Mark with a £15. That's way too generous, mate. It is a sorry state of affairs. It really is. Thank you so much, Mark. That's way too generous. Even I can see you messing around with a mic, so I'll wait for you. Give us a thumbs up when you're good to go. So I know it's all kind of. I see you got your technical guy there, just sorting everything out. You good to go? Or do you want a few more minutes? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up. Let's bring on CSA. Hello, are we good? Oh, wait. I got some technical issues going on this. Let's catch up with the comments. Please don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. It's just under 300 of you in here across all our platforms. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. That's very kind of you, Mark. Thank you, buddy. Poor old Leicester actually start in deficit. Guys, do you feel bad or not for Leicester on this one? Obviously, there's a little bit of rivalry. I don't know. I don't really care about the Leicester rivalry. I don't feel there is one. But what do you guys think? Do you feel bad for them or not? Yeah, we're in big trouble. If we stay down, we have a transfer embargo as well. I've seen that. You got all kinds of stuff going on. Okay, let's get to... No, Mickey's not feeling sorry for them. I don't know. I think I feel a little bad in the general sense of the PSR picture. Standing Prem on -10. Will it count as worst team if Leicester finish on 10 points plus? It'll be an asterisk worst team, but yeah, it could be. It could be. All right, we got a couple more of you waiting in the backstage. I got a thumbs up from Ethan. Then we'll bring Miguel on. How you doing, Ethan? How's the technical issues going there?
Yeah, we're getting there with it, mate. His microphone stands.
My microphone stands bust.
It's bust, is it?
Yeah.
No worries. How are you, Ethan? You well?
Yeah, I'm good.
How are you feeling about everything Forest-wise now with the points and the appeal? What's your take on it?
It's okay. I'm just like not very happy. Like you said, we might be selling a 1E. Are we not selling 1E?
Which player don't you want to sell? Who's your favorite?
Taiwo.
You'd keep him?
I want to keep Taiwo. You saw how good he was near last season, to the end of last season. He went crazy.
But do you worry about how many times he gets injured in a season? He's like a biscuit, isn't he? He just keeps crumbling down.
Yeah.
Because there is talks that West Ham want him for 25
If I'm
quid.
allowed to jump in there, Wolfie, really,
Of course you can, mate.
I'm Ethan's dad. I'm also a big Forest fan and a fan of yours as well.
You Reds, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. But yeah, I think you're right as regards to one of you. He's last season it was fantastic when he came back for us towards the tail end of the season. But this year, even though he's had that operation from the groin injury and what have you, he doesn't look a 90-minute guy. He's not staying fit enough to sort of make a mark on the team. And to be brutally honest with you, this season I've far preferred Woody. Certainly since his performance away at Newcastle.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a shame with Taiwo. I wouldn't want to see him go, but can he stay fit? Can he do anything for us before the season's out? My verdict on that is I'm not sure. To be fair,
would you renew Wood's contract in the summer?
I think I personally would. I like Chris Wood. I think he's brilliant.
Yeah. What would Ethan do? Would Ethan renew it?
Would you renew Woody's contract, Ethan?
I don't know how old is Chris Wood?
He's 32.
Oh.
Yeah.
I would.
He's nearly as old as your dad, Ethan. He's nearly as old as your dad.
I wish I was 32, mate. I really do.
He's 43.
Oh, he shamed you publicly now.
I can deal with that. But yeah, I mean, I think the long and short of it is we need to dig deep in, if we're going to stay up this season after that points deduction. And I think
just point the mic towards your dad, Ethan. Can't quite hear.
If Woody can, if we can get Woody fit again, I think Woody's going to be the guy who's going to help us stay up. I'd love to see Taiwo contribute, but are we going to see him back? There isn't really an awful lot of clarity on either of them's injuries, so I don't really know the stance on it, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, from what we're hearing, Taiwo's out for 3 to 4 weeks. Chris Wood should be back for the Palace game, hopefully. I can't believe even I'm saying that these days. But yeah, we need him, don't we? Because what's the alternative? Rodrigo? Can you see goals out of him?
Possibly, yeah. Possibly. Yeah. But again, I think Nuno needs to try and involve Hudson-Odoi quite a little bit more as well. The last game, I don't think he should have done what he did, to be fair. And I know you've sort of said similar stuff yourself. Is Nuno going to be the guy who keeps us up? How
are you feeling about it?
Sure. I'm not sure. I've got so many mixed feelings on it, to be honest. After the first couple of games, I thought everything was great, but of course, obviously, is that just what generally happens when a new manager comes in? Everyone tends to play really well, and after a couple of games, it just dackers down.
Yeah,
So
what are you thinking? What are you boys thinking? Do you think we stay up, Ethan? I mean, you're more positive than your dad. He looks a little shaky there.
Yeah, a little bit.
I think we're probably going to finish 15th.
Do you think
15th.
Wow. I would be happy with that.
Ethan, you need to, lock your dad in that room, right? Sit him down and explain to him why we're going to finish 15th, right? And give him those positive vibes, because you can't let him bring you down to his level, right? 15th would be fantastic this year. I like how you're going with this. Doesn't have a lock. You can invent locks, mate. You can invent. We can talk offline. I'll tell you how I used to lock my room when I was a kid, right? There's plenty of ways to do it. But why do you think 15th? What's your plan here? How do we get to 15th?
Wow.
Because I think oh my god, this is hard.
Wolfie's put you on the spot, hasn't he?
I'm not so much. All right, let me start with Palace. Do you see us beating Palace? Is that the trigger point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. I think
if we can get after we got a draw at Selhurst Park, I reckon we might win maybe 1-0 or 2-0. I hope Gibbs White gets an assist. If Gibbs White's playing.
Yeah, but I'm going to pitch in there as regards Gibbs White, and I think you're definitely right. He needs to step back from taking the free kicks, the corners, the set pieces, and stuff.
Did you see Nico Williams's one at the weekend for Wales?
I didn't know. That's something.
He smashed one in. He smashed one in from a free kick and got an assist from a corner. And I'm there pulling my hair out, man. Like, what the hell's going on here?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Yeah. So yeah, we could potentially after the international break give Nico a try, but yeah, it just don't seem to be working out for Morgan, does it? To be fair, as much as Ethan's just replaying it now.
Yeah, so you would take him off corners, take him off free kicks, maybe free him up a little. That might take some of the responsibility off him.
Wow. Yeah.
Would you say, Ethan? I didn't hear what Ethan said.
Go back to Wolfie now, buddy. Go back to Wolfie. Yeah.
So
yeah, if Nico could step up for us and do that would be amazing. It's just that little bit of class that we're missing in certain areas, isn't it? Really. We seem to be defending quite well, and it's just we're giving chances away too easily and stuff like that. It's a shame because we've got the quality there. I think it's just everything's just not being put together properly.
Would you guys appeal out of interest? Would you appeal the points deduction, or would you be happy? Are you happy with 4 points?
Everything that I've read and from what I've heard, probably not. I think possibly. I mean, I don't know how we could get penalised even more for appealing it. But then again, I know what Marinakis is like. He's he gets on his high horse dead easily, which I understand. He's put so much money into the club and everything. But yeah, is that going to do us more damage?
Yeah.
Is it at this stage of the season, rather than sort of dragging it on, do we just take the 4 point deduction, know that we're only a point behind Luton, and sort of go into the game at Palace and get drag ourselves out of the relegation zone. It's not that we're one game would do that. I mean even a draw and Luton losing would essentially see us crawl out, because I believe our goal difference is just that little bit better. So yeah, I don't think we should, to be honest. How they could punish us even more for doing that, I don't know. But there's been so much talk, and I don't know if it's just journalists being journalists, but there's been so much talk of we could get penalised more for appealing.
Yeah, it's very unlikely. It's very unlikely that we would. Yeah, but you said no, and young Ethan was there nodding away, saying he would. So, Ethan, would you appeal?
Yeah. Would you appeal, mate?
Yes. We overspent by the littlest bit.
Well, it was maybe a little bit more than a little bit, but yeah, it was. It's a shame we couldn't have.
Ethan, if that's a little bit, how much pocket money do you get from your dad, mate? 34.5 million was a little bit. Bloody hell, can we?
I don't even know we ever spent that much. I thought it was maybe 2 to 3 million.
No, it was a lot.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know. I thought it was a little. I thought that was way less. Sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, let me ask you guys this, right? Ethan, who's your favorite player right now at Forest?
Ooh. Same. It's just Seb Marilla. I was going to say Marilla. You know that run he did at Luton?
Palace.
No, Luton.
Luton. Yeah.
He ran like past everyone and almost scored.
Yeah.
Would you sell him for 70 million? If I gave you 70 million right now, would you sell Murillo?
No chance.
Good man. That's what I'm saying. I don't agree with Crypto because he's saying Alanga.
Alanga?
Yeah, innit?
Yeah, I can see you on the chat. What about Alanga?
He's saying Alanga's
no
his.
chance. I'm not selling Alanga. Alanga's really pacey. We need him.
We do, don't we?
Brilliant. All right, guys, I'm gonna get Miguel on next. Listen, it's been a pleasure speaking to both of you.
Wolfie, mate. Seriously, appreciate you letting us come on.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Ethan, I need you to sort your dad out, yeah? He doesn't believe in 15th. Make sure you get him on board, yeah? We don't need negative people like your dad. There, Ethan, yeah?
Yeah,
sort him out.
Any kind of survival's good for me, but if we can achieve
17th on goal difference, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Listen, boys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers, guys.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Man, you know what? Sometimes I do look at envy when a father and son are supporting the same team, and I get rivalry of my kids. So that's good to see. It's good to see. Noah, thank you so much for the 199. I'll come on even though I haven't got a headset. How's that gonna work, mate? How's that gonna work? Thank you for the 199. And Marky boy, we need to concentrate on matters on the pitch. Couldn't agree more, man. Let's just get a couple of wins. And don't forget, you've still got 2 days to get your tickets for the signed frame Taiwo shirt. It's like my shirt here, but it says Taiwo 9 on it. So make sure you get that. That's the new home kit, not last year's one that I've got. The link is in the description somewhere. Let's bring on Miguel. Miguel, are you there, buddy? So you're on mute. He's there.
Yes,
he's there.
I'm here.
How are you, bud?
Doing great. Thank you, man. I'm very pleased to be here. Thank you very much for having me.
Pleasure to have you on. Where are you calling from?
Oh, I'm the Dominican Republic.
No way, man. That's cool. What time is it there?
It is 1 p.m. 2 p.m.
Chat, look at this guy, man. He's in his vest, right? So I'm assuming it's quite warm out there. I'm here in a little fleece top. Well, how's the temperature out there?
Let me look at it. I think it's about 30 degrees.
I don't like you, man. I liked you until I could do it 30 degrees.
Something like that. You see, it says 30 degrees, but then it doesn't feel like 30 degrees. It feels like 40 degrees because of the humidity. Hey, what up, friend?
Would you take that? Yeah, it's 9 degrees in Nottingham, man. Yeah, so you complain about your 30. But how are you, buddy? And how are you feeling about Forest and the points deduction and the appeal and everything?
Really frustrated, man. Just really frustrated. I think that's the perfect definition. We've had a really rough season, and then we got this point deduction. I was really depressed, honestly, with the team because I've really grown to love Forest so much, and I wait for every game, every single week, with the hope, that we're gonna win, that we're gonna survive, and then this happens, it's just fuming me. But at the same time, I think it's a perfect chance for the players to step up, to show their worth. If we cannot survive this, man, then the whole team has to go. Like, it's just unacceptable, There have been games that we could have won, and just because of the players, we lost it. So it's unacceptable.
Yeah. Who do you blame? Do you blame the players? Do you blame the manager? Do you blame the hierarchy? Where do you think all the mess ups have come from this season?
everyone's in, man. In some matches, the players are to blame more than the manager. In some matches, the manager is more to blame than the players, but they are all to blame. And really, it's they're on the same spot. And they have to be compromised. They have to work together and believe, And I think they're lacking that sort of passion. Some of them, we need that. We need them to fight every single second, every single ball.
Is that what you think's missing? That kind of fire and passion on the pitch?
I really believe so. I really believe so. When I look at some performances, and I see them like they don't really care, and I know you've said it before, and I feel that. I see the matches, and I'm like, run, get the ball, or shoot, or do something,
Yeah.
And they don't do it. They don't go for a tackle, or they do stupid things. And of course, something that's to add, which is also making me really pissed off, is the referees. Man, it's just incredible. I've never seen something like that since I watched football like I was a little kid, man. It's just crazy. It's like they're against us pretty much.
Yeah, brown envelopes, mate. Favor the bigger teams and everything. Is there much of a Forest support out in the Dominican? Or are you very unique?
No, I wouldn't say so. Here in the Dominican Republic, well, to begin with, they don't really like football. They like a lot baseball.
Baseball, yeah.
Baseball, it's like the national sport here, but they don't really watch football, and let alone support Forest. Not really that common. And although I'm from Venezuela, I'm not from the Dominican Republic, but I live here. I'm Venezuelan. You can see that they like football there much more. They like the Premier League, and I've met a couple of Forest fans, very specific people, I would say, but I've met them. So in Venezuela, you get more support than the Dominican Republic.
I think there is some groups. I think we follow a Twitter group on Forest for the Dominican Republic. So there are nice pockets forming around for Forest fans. So it's worth checking those out. I'm pretty sure there is. Eddie will know. Eddie's always on Twitter. He knows these guys. So yeah, but it's good to hear. It's good to hear. And what made you support Forest? So how did you get lucky or unlucky enough to choose Forest? What was that moment for you that caught your eye?
Well, it began when I was a kid. I always liked to investigate, search things, everything in general. And when I was beginning to learn about football, and started reading about football's history, and Forest is a historical team, so of course I came across Forest and reading their history, Mr. Brian Clough, the miraculous 2 Champions League in a row, the Premier League that we won right after coming up to the Premier League. Well, at the time it wasn't called like that.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
All that, and then I saw how the fan base is like so rooted for the team, and I really like that. I really like when the fan base is the one with the team, and they really they really have a heart for the team. I fell in love with all that, with the history, with the fans. I like the stadium. I hope to be there sometime. I'm dying to go watch a Forest game, in the flesh.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of that just summed up, and I began to love Forest, and then I started watching them day after day, and now I'm here suffering with you all.
Exactly. Yeah, it's the pain, but the pain when the win comes, it feels so much sweeter, mate. How you feel about this year? Are we staying up? Do you think we survive? Is this 4 points going to be too much for us now that we are in the relegation zone?
I really hope so. I really hope we survive. I think we can manage to survive. I think we're a better team than Luton, than Burnley, Sheffield. Of course, we're a better team. So I think we can manage to survive, and we better do, because I don't know what the hell's gonna happen with the club if we go down, man. I don't know what's going on. I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna be crazy. So we better stay up.
We better do. Listen, it's been a pleasure having you on, buddy. And yeah, if I keep looking at you, you're making me warm, which is a nice thing. But as you say, if you ever coming to England, let us know, and we'll definitely get you hooked up for a ticket for the game. Yeah. So anytime you're coming over, if you can make your way to England, shout us out, and we'll definitely get you in to see a game. I'm sure any of the regulars will give up a ticket just to make sure you gain that experience. So let us know, buddy. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Come on, you Reds.
Come on, you Reds, indeed. Thank you so much, Miguel. How nice is that, guys? How nice is that to see how international Forest are? And thank you so much, Miguel, for coming on, buddy. I do appreciate it. All right. I'm hungry now. We've had 40 minutes of calls. It's interesting, isn't it? It's been a bit of a mix in terms of what buttons have I pressed? There we go. In terms of some saying appeal, some saying don't appeal. We got a poll going on. Oh, some Morgan Gibbs wipes. Did I just say? Set piece is being removed. We need to take him off there. Did you not see Nico Williams' free kick? It's got to be done. It's got to be done. Okay, and look at that. That's what I'm talking about. I don't know if Miguel's still in the chat, but look at that. Jay saying happy to if Miguel wants his. I mean, that's what I love about our fan base. Is absolutely brilliant. Have we talked about Gio yet? No. Gio with his 2 assists and glowing reports. We have got some videos coming out about that. But we have, it was an accident, Mark. That legit was a slip of the tongue, that one. I still love him. I still love him. So we got a video coming out tomorrow about Taiwo. Apparently there's links on him leaving. It's all the silly season now because the international season. So we'll address it and we'll answer the questions on there. But apart from that, then that brings us to Monday. I think there is talks of a Beat the Drop coming. There is a Beat the Drop coming. You've all been asking for it. We're slowly working through the lot to get them on there. But if you haven't already, please do hit the like button. If you look just there, down there at the bottom of your screens, there's a subscribe button. Make sure yours says subscribed to Forest Fan. Cleethorpes, what are you doing in Cleethorpes, man? I know that place well. It's no Dominican Republic. We'll be back tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. And thank you for everyone who's called in and got your thoughts in. I hope you've enjoyed the show. Come on, you Reds.